Now, there's so many ways you could come at this, but I've got to say, is it just stop when it comes to the world is heating up? Because let's be honest, especially with the older generations, if you're honest with yourself, know this not to be the case. And while some people, and quite rightly so, give the example of 1976, and I was 8 years old at the time, and I remember it distinctly. It was just that wee bit hotter than other summers, but it was enough to, much in the way of bitumen pavements, they would just quite literally, they would start to sink. Anything with any weight, petrol stations with a metal heavyweight, lead base sign would start sinking into the bitumen. It was that hot. Seriously, it was. But it wasn't that, it was fairly exceptional, but it wasn't that exceptional. Because what most people don't realise now, because they're too young to have experienced it, is you could confidently grow up, I don't know, early Gen X, knowing that summers were hot and for weeks on end, and that winters were quite cold. And you were guaranteed every bloody year to have snow on the roads and snow plows and everybody mucking in and, salt and pavements and all the rest of it with confidence. Do you notice any of that now? And they say, look, it's all global warming, and they've also admitted that they're dimming the skies. Yeah, seriously. And when we're talking about carbon, yeah, most people holidayed in the UK because it was that warm. Honestly, even look at open air pools. I've said it for fucking years. Yeah, saltwater pools, open air pools, historically, last 100 years, so many places around the UK were doing a lot better than now. And it wasn't because we were just hardier then, although that must be a factor, but it was a lot warmer then. The last thing you should be worried about is global warming. What you should be interested in is, well, what are they spraying over our heads? And I'll speak to you soon.